The long-awaited announcement of the Madison Square Garden main event has come in. Shevchenko? Nick? Shevchenko. I call her the Bullet. There's no disrespect. Valentine. I even know her nickname, so you know there's no disrespect there, right? If I know her nickname. But come on. Some of those names are tough for me. The Bullet will be taking on Eubanks in the main event. Yeah, okay. Okay. Before any of you guys start being a dick about it, all right, let's slow down because there's a tremendous message and a tremendous lesson here. Let's just make sure that we observe it, all right? When that main event was announced and people went, what the heck are you talking about? How is that the main event? When they did that, and I can't put some shiny bow on this thing, all right? I can't present this to you guys for something different than what it is, but there's still a tremendous lesson in what this is, all right? We have had talks on this show for 4 years now. Many people have gone along with us, and many people have resisted, fighters and fans alike. And I will tell you guys repeatedly, do not try to give the fans what they want because they don't know, and that isn't the fans' fault, and that is up to the performer to come in and present them with something that is interesting, that at times can be compelling. It is their job, not the fans. Like Henry Ford once said, if I would have asked the people what they wanted, the people would have told me faster horses. Okay, don't forget that one. I have to do a constant battle with the kids on the underground about what it is that they want. When if you were to just take a very small caption in time, a month, and list back for them all the things they said they wanted, you would realize they don't have the foggiest idea. On some days, they're going to tell you, enough with the talk. We just want really great fights. Well, you just got one. Eubanks and the Bullet world title fight. That's a great fight. But today you're saying that you don't want it. Yesterday you said you did. The lesson here, and let's make sure that we don't miss it. No matter how obvious it is to all of us, because we are smartened. We are smartened over here at Your Welcome, right? The punches and the kicks are not enough. The punches and the kicks have not been enough for a meaningful period of time, possibly back to the very late 90s. That was just simply supply and demand carrying itself out. There used to be 6 shows a year. Whoever was going to get in there and do it was enough. We did not see athletes taking most of their clothes off, putting in a mouthpiece, and going at it in a steel cage. We just didn't see it. So the newness and the obscurity was enough. But that went away. One of the things that happened when it became more mainstream, and now it is a weekly show, it is not a sport that has seasons like baseball or basketball or football. It is a year-long, never-ending process. One of the things that happened with that is you lose the benefits that you previously had through the simple law of supply and demand. So now you need a little more than just the punches and the kicks. You got to have the who and the what and the why. You have to. It's not enough. The same people that say we want to see great fights, that's a great fight, now all of a sudden they don't want to see it. The same people on the underground that will tell you, enough with the talking, but then the numbers of the press conference come in, over 4 million people watched it. Do you see the problem here? Do you see the lesson with all of this? And let's not forget the elephant that's in the room. This was a Johnny-come-lately. This was a second and third and fourth look. This is not the fight that anybody went after. That's not a knock to these two athletes in the least. They should be given credit. Apparently some phone calls went out, and some voices on the other end said no. We could all at least arrive at that conclusion from the evidence that we've been given. So who in the hell were the people on the other end of the phone that said no? And why are these two young ladies, Eubanks and the Bullet, getting pushback when they're the ones that said yes? Shouldn't the pushback be on the people that are under contract that come out and tell you guys every chance they get for some kind of a media opportunity how tough they are and how rugged they are and how they'll do anything and I've sacrificed and I've worked my whole life and this is my dream and by God, someone should pay me some more money and somebody should sponsor me more and some promoter should put me on more posters. But then they said no. It's infuriating to me. I used to be in a sport of tough guys. I used to be. Now you can count them on one hand. The tough guys are gone. They're gone. And they found a new way to hide. They found a new way to cower. And guys, I've heard it all. I've heard it all in my lifetime. I'm sure you guys have too. I've seen it from the playground to... I've seen it from the playground to the streets to the bars. Man, I watched a guy back out of a fight one time because his girlfriend wouldn't let him do it. I mean, I've heard it all many times over. Apparently, the new refuge of cowards that has now become acceptable amongst the fans. Shockingly, the new refuge of cowards is, you didn't pay me enough money. I guess you could get out of I guess you could get out of a fist fight like that. I had no idea. Nobody ever told me that one. I guess you could get out of a fist fight by saying, hey, I don't have enough time. I guess that is a socially acceptable thing to do. I didn't know that. It did not used to be. But it also used to not be something that you had to look for because there used to be real tough guys in this sport. Guys that didn't fight because they had to fight or needed a big carrot dangled in front of their face. Guys that got into the sport because they liked the sport. I wish we just had more of that because it makes me feel guilty watching people fight. I didn't know that they needed a bunch of money. I didn't know they needed a bunch of attention. I didn't know they needed a carrot dangled in front of their face. It makes me feel awkward for now watching that. I don't like the days of ancient Greece where people were forced to go out there and fight against their will. I don't like that. I don't even like when they make movies about that. I don't like seeing it secondhand. I can't believe people would show up and watch it. I don't want to see two people fight that don't want to fight. It is a rough and tumble sport, and it is not for everybody. I don't want to see people forced to do it. I don't want to see people that will do it, but only if it comes with X, Y, and Z. Meaning, hey, my health's on the line, and I don't want to do this, and my family doesn't want me to do this, and it's blah and blah and blah. But if you give us a whole bunch of money, my family says it's okay, and I'll change my mind, and I'll go ahead and take the risk and do it. I get that that's part of it. I didn't know it was part of it, but I don't want to see that. I do not want to buy a ticket and sit down and cheer and have excitement if I know that one of those participants or both of them don't want to be in there. It makes me feel terrible. It makes me feel terrible guilty. Particularly in this sport. I don't want to see it in baseball or basketball or football or anything else, but it's a little different. Sometimes a parent, hey, young son, you got to get out there and try something. Let's find what your sport is. If you don't like it after the season, we won't do it again. There's a little bit of that goes on in life. This sport is different. There is never a day, if I have my way, that my son will have to be in a fight if he does not want to be. Or your guys' sons. I won't just say it. I do not want to watch your sons or your friends or you in an atmosphere like this that does bring contact and danger, in fairness, if you don't want to be there. I would have to revisit. I can tell you in the ancient Colosseum of Greece, through the movies that I've seen and the depictions I've seen, I would not have shown up and watched those things. That is not entertaining for me. I do not like to see somebody get hurt that is forced in there in the name of entertainment against their will. So let's clear out the rosters and let's start over again with guys that want to do this so that the rest of us can enjoy it. And then we'll set up the hierarchy, and we'll set up the rankings, and we'll set up a championship so a guy can be recognized for his achievements. A guy and a gal. You guys get what I'm saying? But let's start over. And in the good old day, you used to be able to pressure a guy into it, right? That was part of fight promotion. Oh, I called this guy. I offered him. He said no. Whoa! All of a sudden, he'd have to come back. Oh, no, you misunderstood me. I'll do it. That was the good old day. Now the fans have letting these guys off the hook. I guess you can say I don't have enough time. I don't understand that at all. At all. You go talk to a veteran, guys. Go talk to a military person. Just ask them. Hey, in a real-life situation, have you ever been over there and confronted by the enemy and told him, time out, I need more time? Have you ever done that? I mean, for heaven's sake, we're putting guys on scales now. I mean, good for us. We're doing it the right way, but come on. Guy misses weight by a few pounds, all hell breaks loose. And when I started this sport, I never even saw a scale. We did not even weigh in. Now, we were doing it wrong. It's better the way it is now. Don't get mistaken in my message. I'm talking about, but the tough guys still showed up. The guys that wanted to do it still showed up.